Hello everyone, I'm Fang from Professor Li's House Group from Research Center for Eco-Environmental Sciences, Chinese Academy of Sciences. I'm honored to be here to introduce the work of BESW of our group about two distinctive flyways with different population trends of BESW in East Asia. There are three populations of big swans in Eurasia, with a clear population division in Europe. Its Northwest Europe population, with the estimates of over 20,000, and with trends of decline. While for the Caspian Sea population, with the estimates of 3,000 and with the trend of increased. While the eastern population, the largest one among the three populations, has recently been found to breed from Emile Peninsula eastwards to Kankaluchi Bay, being thought to numbered around 90,000 birds, most of which winter in China and Japan, while with very few individuals occurring in South Korea. However, more information like flyway structure and population status is still needed to give meaningful suggestions on management. Related the two of the most fundamental ecological questions, we put forward the key issues needed to be solved as following. Where are they breeding and wintering? What's their flyway structure? What's their population size and population trends? And is there any changes between the years? What's the difference and the changes? For the above questions, how to fill the knowledge gap as effectively as possible. First of all, traditional mentoring is vital. Systematic monitoring of fixed size, fixed time, and fixed areas can get for population trends and size, and the age ratio survey can get trends of age structure among the years. And the most important thing is that data sharing is important because data sharing promotes population status comparison in different wintering countries. For example, we shared data with Japan and South Korea experts to get the population trends in East Asia. And thanks to the recent development of new biological technology, they can help to fill the knowledge gap by linking the breeding, mounting, staging, and wintering size of both annual cycle, identifying biogeographical populations in East Asia in a very effective way. Based on international cooperation, we cooperated over 20 field work teams of different countries, tracking over 4,000 individuals of different species from 2013 to 2021. The red points in the map showed the important science organized by our institute. For the above work, we built the largest tracking data in East Asia database in East Asia. We used blackbird and yellow tracking paths to show the movement in their annual cycle. Especially for Bivic swans, we tracked a total of 140 individuals from 2014 to 2018 from 4 breeding sites, 3 staging sites, and 1 wintering site. Here comes the result 1. Based on tracking data and expert comments, we defined the breeding range from Emile to Conclusion Bay. Based on survey data and expert comments, we defined the wintering size. In China, birds mainly in Yangtze River. In Japan, birds mainly in north and the middle part. And in South Korea, birds mainly in Nakdong River. Second, based on tracking data, we defined 2 distinctive flyways. That is, East Asian Continental Flyway, summering in Emile, Lena, and Yana, and wintering in Yangtze River, China. While the birds in West Pacific Flyway, mainly summering in Indijika and Chon, and wintering in Japan. There was no overlap in migration routes used by tagged individuals from the 2 flyways. Third, we get population size for each wintering population and found that different population trends for different population. The population wintering in China is declined, with the recent population estimates is 65,000, while the population wintering in Japan increased from 1970s to 2007 and kept stable since 2007. The total population is stable. We can see the trends more clearly from this figure. The large variation between years in China is related with the incomplete survey system, but it becomes better since 2004. At last, we checked the recent case wintering sites. There are 17 case sites in China, mainly in Poyang Lake and Longgang Lake in Yangtze. In Japan, there are 22 case sites, mainly along the coast. And one of the most changes is that the birds, mainly in Anhui Lakes and Poyang Lakes before 2010, while they reduced the use of Anhui Lakes after 2010, which might related with the degradation of submerged vegetation like Ballisinaria species. This was reduced and collapsed seriously due to the agriculture. Here comes the conclusion message. BESW in East Asia mainly breed in Arctic tundra from Emil to Kongluje Bay, wintering in China and Japan. There are two distinctive flyways without overlap. The total eastern population is stable, but declined in China. The above work was published in Wonderful Special Issue 6, together with the results of the other 9 important species in East Asia. Thanks to Alien's great organization as an editor, we published the work by more than 100 co-authors from 13 countries. In the future, we also collected weather samples from cave breeding wintering grounds to identify different populations genetically. So, at present, we will collected more than 1,000 samples and are doing DNA analysis and to understand more swan species. We check the more swan species like Hooper swan breeding in Mongolia. The team member can share more tracked results in the near future. We are so grateful to everyone for their great help and support, especially for the fieldwork teams for counting and tracking. They include from experts from Russia, Mongolia, Japan, and South Korea and China. And this work was mainly funded by Chinese Academy of Sciences and National Science Fund NSFC funding. Thanks for your listening.